Here's a fun open and go math curriculum. Simply Good and Beautiful Math, Level K. I did this with all three of my boys, although with the first two I did use the older version, but with my third I've used this newer version that they came out with. And they did simplify the hands-on manipulatives. But both versions were great. I think they were a perfect way to start homeschooling and doing math with young boys. And it would be great for girls too. The pictures, the stories, doing the hands-on activities that all just solidify what they're learning. And it gives a little extra fun time with mom. So it gives them something to look forward to as they're starting their homeschooling journey. Time for a real page turner. Here in the beginning, we have the table of contents. It covers counting, tally marks, days of the week, number lines, addition and subtraction, skip counting, coins, reading graphs, the clock and the calendar, ordinal numbers, colors and shapes, symmetry, dividing, like dividing in half, not division. Right here we have a hundreds chart that you can use for various activities as you want. I don't think there's a specific lesson that says go and use that, but it can be super helpful. Here it explains a little bit about the course, how it's set up. It is a spiral-based curriculum, which means that they'll introduce new concepts and they'll practice it a little bit, but then they'll introduce another new concept and then they'll go back and review that other concept and keep rolling it that way. They do have a couple games too, if you go online, that you could purchase to go along with this. So here's an overview of Unit 1. It's broken into 3 units. The curriculum costs around $50, although you can download this for free as a PDF online. And if you want to buy them separate, just the book is around $30 and the manipulatives box is around $20. They also have a way online where you can make your own manipulatives and they explain it to you there. Every lesson has this review section at the top. This is the first lesson, so they're just, what are your colors and counting to 15. And it's okay to help your kid. This is practice, this is learning. And then there's various activities as they go. Usually they've got a little bit of practice on something and then kind of a bigger page that's set up with an activity to reinforce whatever they've been practicing. Here it says memorize a parent's phone number. Again, count to 15. It usually has a little story to start, and it's always about a different kid, a different thing that's going on in their life. So right here it says, this is Jacob. He is from Mexico and loves soccer. How many things is he wearing that have yellow on them? How many things is he wearing that have blue on them? Which shirt exactly matches Jacob's shirt? Then it talks here about him wanting to buy a soccer ball for his little brother. Throughout, you'll be using these manipulatives. This is an older set, this wooden box. They have changed that, and so it'll be a little bit different looking, but it's the same idea. They have counting sticks that are square-shaped so that they do not roll off the table. Thank you very much. And there's still little cars. I'm not sure that they're wooden with wheels anymore. I think they may be like a cardboard stand car. But if your kid likes cars, just grab some little Matchbox cars or Hot Wheel cars. And then they have these dice. Some have numbers on them, and then some have math signs on them. So you can lay out equations, or some of them are used for games. And then these 2 little pawns. So you can see how it would be easy to build your own box if the cost, or if you just have these things around your house and you're like, yeah, I'll just do it myself, that's fine. Here, seeing a number line. So here's another review. This one says count from 60 to 70, and that's great to start in the middle and work your way up. And even something like that, have the kid turn back to the hundreds chart and use that. That's fine. Memorize a parent's phone number. Write 5 tally marks on the whiteboard or in your book. Write the numbers 2, 3, and 4 on the whiteboard. Here they're practicing tally marks to count the various items that they see. Comparing longer and shorter. At the end of every unit, there is a unit assessment, and this is broken up. They'll say that you can use it for 2 lessons if you need to. The first lesson, you would go over the purple section, and then if they need extra practice, you just check off at the bottom, and then that's what you would do the next time that you did math with them. And then here's an overview of Unit 2. Teaching skip counting, showing how it goes by tens, ordinal numbers, first, second, third, fourth, doing some with the clock, matching digital with analog. Another one where they'll probably take the car, drive around, perhaps say the number when they get there, or sometimes roll the dice and try to get to a certain place. Addition, the whole part math. No matter what math you use, this is a great visual for kids. The whole number goes up here. If you're subtracting, part of the whole comes down here and the other part comes down here. So this number minus this part equals that part. And addition is the opposite. This part and this part go together to make this whole number. Such a great visual for kids. So a lot of math curriculums do use that. This was a clock game where we would roll the dice and take turns. And when you rolled a number, it would represent a time. You'd look that time up and then you'd color it with your color. So the end of Unit 2 assessment. Also at the beginning they have a little bit too, you know, your right and left hand, other things that you would go over with your kid, but the same thing where you're checking the purple section first, and then if you need additional practice, go to the orange section. Here's showing vertical addition by using dominoes. Great visual way. And then Unit 3 overview. Here is a spatial activity where they're recreating this with the items from their box. Here they had to cut and paste out, put even on one side and odd on the other. So all the activities they vary greatly. And you as the parent sit down, you take time with them to do this, setting that good foundation. Here they have some scales. When they first did the scales, my son was like, how do I know which one weighs more? They look the same. Meaning the scales, because it points in the same direction. Oh, little smarty pants. So, and then at the very end, there's not a Unit 3 assessment, there's just an assessment for the whole course. Same thing, you can use it over a couple times, going over ordinal numbers, telling time. So here you would match them. Here you would circle, is the backpack in third, second, or first place in this line. Draw a line from the 2D shape or 3D shapes to what it says, doing some subtraction, checking off even and odds, comparing, greater than, less than, equal to, more addition, counting by twos, one more and one less. They do have quite a few that do this in there, which I think is good too, picking a random number in the middle, so really understanding how it fits. And that's the end of that. Another reminder about curriculum, I heard a saying recently that was like, curriculum is not the rule, it's the tool. So let's remember that when we're teaching our kids. You know, it's okay to take our time, and especially when they're little kids in kindergarten, make it fun, enjoy the time together, go down the rabbit trails, talk about the pictures, because we're setting that foundation of enjoying learning, enjoying being together, and yeah, real life is messy and beautiful, and better with books. So, time for a real page turner. If I could just not say so. So here's a fun, not so. So here's a fun, so it was, so it gives, so, no, I don't want to say so all the time.